So when you are signing a song in American Sign Language, one of the most important things to remember is that it's different from English. So because it's a different language, some of the things that you sign are not exactly the words that you are hearing in English. So keep that in mind as I go over these signs with you. So we're going to start, I am a child of God, with the sign for I. So you just have a one, number one, and point to yourself. I. And then in American Sign Language, there aren't certain words like am, so we're just gonna skip that, and so we're just gonna skip that. So it's I, and then the next sign is child. So you do kind of like a flat hand, and then you bend it just a little tiny bit, and it's kind of like you're patting somebody's head, a little kid, right? Child. And then for the sign of, we're going to go more with the meaning than the English word. So we're going to sign the sign from. I'm a child from God. So you want a number one hand shape going this way with your palm out, and then you want another number one with your palm facing you, the palm of your hand facing you, and behind the other hand. All right, and then this one that's sideways, the one that's sticking straight up just stays there, but the one that's sideways here, you bring it toward you, and as you do, you bend your finger from. All right, so let's do that so far. I am a child of or from God. The next line is he has sent me here. And for the sign he, it's going to be a little different than you would use for the sign like if you're talking about your brother or your dad or something. Because we're talking about God, our Father, it's a different hand shape that shows more like honor and respect. So you just want a flat hand shape that's kind of relaxed a little bit. Not like super, super flat, but just kind of relaxed. And then you're going to point your palm towards you so you can see your palm. And then you put it up kind of like in heaven, okay? So he has sent. So do it like a kind of a fist with one hand and then kind of push it off like you're sending something off. Send. So he has sent me here. So we're going to skip me just because it's a little fast in the song. But here is that flat hand again, and just relax it. Put your palms like pointing up to the ceiling and do little circles. There we go. All right, so he has sent me here. Has given me an earthly home. So give is actually called a directional sign. That means when it goes different directions, it means something different. So in ASL, you can actually sign he has given me all in one sign, which is pretty cool. So for give, the sign give, you want to do like two O's and then squish them. Okay? And then point your palms like up. So you're looking at them. You can see them. Okay? So start with this hand shape and your palms so that you can see them. And then he, since we're talking about Heavenly Father, we're going to start up there because that's where he is, right? He has given me. So bring it to yourself. Okay? He has given me an earthly home. So and we're not going to worry about. But then earthly, you want just a fist and then this kind of hand shape. So it's kind of interesting. You start with like it's a 5, and then you bring your thumb and your middle finger so it looks like they're making kind of a C. All right? And then you put that, you touch your middle finger and your thumb on top of that fist that you just made. And you kind of just shake it just a tiny bit. Okay? That's earth. So he has given me an earthly home. So you remember I told you about that O hand shape that you squish? Use that same hand shape and touch like by your mouth, your chin kind of, and then to your ear. That means home. Okay, so an earthly home. And then we're going to go to parents. So just do number 5, and with your thumb, touch your chin and your forehead, and that means parents. Parents. Kind. So for kind, you want to start with a 5, and then just stick that middle finger out a little bit and touch your heart. Now, if you're left-handed, it's not going to be your heart. You'll be touching the opposite side, but that's okay. So if you're left-handed, do it this way. If you're right-handed, do it this way. That's only the beginning of the sign for kind. So start here, and then just do flat hand shapes from there. So here, and then like that. And that's the sign for kind. So parents, kind, and dear, it's kind of this hand shape, and you're touching your chin, and then you bring it down and close your hands. Dear. Okay, so he has given me an earthly home with parents, kind, and dear. Lead me. You could do lead me if you want to, but the song is a little bit fast, so we're just going to do lead and guide me. So it's all together. So lead, you just grab, it's like you're grabbing all your fingers and pulling them along, you're leading them. Lead. And then for the sign guide, we are signing a sign that also means like to influence or give advice. So again, you start with that squished O, and then a fist, and then you're going to point your fingers towards you, and then as it comes towards you, you open. Guide me. Guide me. And because it comes towards you, it also means me, right? Guide me. All right, so lead, guide me. And then walk beside me is pretty fancy, actually, because in American Sign Language, there's something called a classifier, which just represents something else. So we're going to do it this way. So this is like a little person that represents you. And when you're saying, hey, walk beside me, there's going to be another person who comes along and goes with you. So that's how we're going to sign that. So lead me, guide me, walk beside me. So it'll come over next to each other and then go forward. Okay, so walk beside me. Help me is also a directional sign. So when you move it towards yourself, it means me. So you start like this and you bring it towards yourself. Guide me. Sorry, help me. Help me. Find the way. So find, we're going to actually sign a little bit more of what it means rather than the English word. So we're going to sign know. Help me know the way. So start with that flat hand shape, bend it in half a little bit, kind of like that, and tap on your forehead. Know. Okay. So help me know or find the way. So for way, you want to do 2 flat hand shapes with your palms facing each other. And normally the way you sign way is just straight out in front of you. But we're talking about the way back to Heavenly Father. So we're going to go that way instead of straight forward. Okay. So help me know the way. Teach me. So you want O's here. And it's kind of up by your forehead. And this one is also directional, so it's going to come towards you. So when we sign it, it's not just teach, it's teach me. So bring it toward yourself. Teach me, like to me, to me, to me. That's the movement. To me, to me, to me. All right, so teach me all. So you want to start like this and put your palms so you can see them. I mean, you can't see them because your hand's closed, but you know what I mean. You can kind of see them. And then move your hands toward each other and stick your other finger out. Okay? All. So teach me all that I must. So you bend your finger like that. Must. And drop your wrist. Must Teach me all that I must do. So you do kind of like C's. Your hands look like C's. And you put your palms mostly down, not like all the way down, but mostly down. And you kind of move them out together. Teach me all that I must do to live. You want to just stick your thumbs out there and put your palms on your stomach and then your chest. Live. Live with him someday. So this means in the future, but when you bounce it, it means like kind of in the far future. Someday. And those are the signs for I'm a child of God.